Some, any, and none are very commonly confused words in English. So let me give you some information about these words so you won't have any problems. Hi, welcome to Jen's Jyugyou. My name is Jen, and today I'm going to teach you the differences between the commonly confused words some, any, and none. First, let's start with some. The word some is used mostly in positive sentences only. When we use some, after the word some, you need to use a plural noun or an uncountable noun. For example, I'm really hot, so I'd like to eat some ice cream. Ice cream is an uncountable noun. Or, I was really happy when my friend gave me some flowers. Flowers is a plural noun. Both of these sentences for the examples were positive sentences. Let's take a look at a few more examples of some in positive sentences. I'd like to go out with my friends on Saturday mornings, but I have some classes to teach then. I have some friends who live in Japan. Today was supposed to be sunny, but we had some rain. In addition to positive sentences, some is also often used to make requests. So when you're asking someone to do a favor for you or making a polite request, we will use some. If I'm talking to my husband and I realize we don't have enough eggs in the fridge, I might say to him, could you pick up some eggs on the way home, please? I'm requesting that he buy the eggs. Could you pick up some eggs, please? If I don't have any money, I might ask my friend, would you mind lending me some money, please? Could we have some napkins, please? Now, let's take a look at any. There are 4 main ways that we use any in English. The first way is using any with questions. For example, when I'm in a restaurant, the waiter or waitress might ask me, would you like any appetizers to start? When I'm shopping, if an item I want is not there and I can't see it, I might ask the shop clerk, do you have any more of this item? Or do you have any apples in the back of the store because I don't see any here? If I'm trying to make plans with one of my friends, I might ask them, do you have any time we could get together next week? The second main way that we use any is with negative sentences. So negative sentences have the word not somewhere in them. For example, I do not have any money. I don't have any money. For several months, I couldn't see any of my friends. Could not see any of my friends. The apartment building I live in says we are not allowed to have any pets. The third way that we can use any is with sentences that have a positive sentence structure, but have a negative feeling to them. And the reason why these sentences will have a negative feeling is because of the use of 4 common words that are used to make sentences feel negative. So those 4 common words are without, hardly, rarely, and never. For example, I got sunburned when I went to the beach without any sunscreen. Without any sunscreen. He's always busy, so he never has any time to hang out. I've been dieting and exercising for a month, but I've hardly lost any weight. I prefer live theater, so I rarely watch any movies. So far, we've taken a look at any with questions, any with negative sentences, and any with positive sentences that have a negative feeling. In each of those cases, any was followed by a plural noun or an uncountable noun. The fourth way that we can use any, after any, we need to actually use a singular noun. So this is very different, and it's almost like an exception to the way we normally use the words any or some. So the fourth way that you can use any is for expressing the fact that if there are possible choices, that all of those choices are okay. any of those choices are fine. If I am making plans with a friend of mine to have dinner together and they ask me which restaurant I want to go to, I might say, any restaurant is fine. Any restaurant. It doesn't matter to me which restaurant my friend chooses because he has good tastes in restaurants and I'm sure whatever he chooses will be good. Any restaurant is fine. If I'm trying to decide which play I want to go see with my friend, I could say, you know what? Any play at Stratford is great. Any play the Stratford Festival puts on is usually amazing. If I'd like to treat a friend of mine to coffee, in the cafe, I might say, order any drink you want. It's on me. Order any drink. It doesn't matter which one she chooses. Order any drink. Now that we've taken a look at the 2 main ways we use some and the 4 main ways we use any, I want to introduce you to a concept that's a little bit confusing, and it's an exception to the rules we've talked about so far. And this is, we know that any is used for questions. However, if I think the person's answer to the question is probably going to be yes, because I know that person really well, instead of using any for my question, I will use some. It's a polite way of showing I know this person, I care about this person, and I know they're probably going to say yes, so I should use some. For example, if I'm having tea with my mom, I know my mom likes to put milk in her tea. So instead of saying to her, do you want any milk? I know that she's going to say yes, because she usually puts milk in her tea. So I will say to her, would you like some milk? Instead of, would you like any milk? Would you like some milk for your tea? If I see a friend of mine carrying a big heavy box and they're struggling and it looks like they're going to drop it, I'm not going to say, would you like any help? I could, but because I know that my friend is probably going to say yes when I ask, instead of asking, would you like any help? I could ask, would you like some help with that? Would you like some help? I'm sure my friend is going to say yes because they're struggling with this box. So would you like some help? If my husband and I are out exercising and I noticed he's finished all of his water but he looks hot and sweaty, I think he probably wants some more water. So instead of saying to him, do you want any water? I think he's going to want water. He's hot and sweaty from exercising. So I'd say to him, would you like some water? Finally, the last word I said we'd take a look at today is none. None is often very confused by students. When we use none, it is usually a one-word answer to a question. And that question is usually a how much or how many question. For example, if I say to someone, how much money do you have? And their wallet is empty, they'd say, none. If they wanted to make a full sentence, they would have to say, I don't have any money, and then they're using any plus the uncountable noun, money. But if they just want a really short answer, instead of I don't have any money, none. You look tired. How much sleep did you get last night? None. Or, I didn't get any sleep. If somebody asks me how many cricket matches I've watched, I would say, none. I've never watched cricket. Or I could say, I haven't seen any cricket matches. So today, you have learned the differences between some, any, and none. And now it's time for Question of the Day. For today's question, I'd like you to practice making sentences using some, any, and none in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. If you found it useful, please subscribe to Jen's Jyugyou and give this video a thumbs up. Also, share it with some of your friends because they might enjoy it too. Good luck with your English studies. See you in the next lesson.